Hello and welcome to Math 1060. So we are meeting in Alexandria. I do a video for this class, so we don't have to do all of this on the first class meeting to save us some time. I think I had most of you, majority of you actually, last semester, so it's going to be pretty much the same format, except I have everything in here ready to go. So if you are going to have to go ahead and register for Pearson on your own, I would suggest you try and do it before class on Tuesday. That way, if you have any issues after class, I can address those. I don't think we had too many issues, but we did get the ones resolved. Um, and if we have to meet later in the week via Zoom or something, I can do that with you guys. It's not a big deal. All right, so let's go to course documents real quick. There's your academic calendar for the semester, departmental syllabus. Nobody wants to read that. This is the syllabus for our class. Again, my main office is in Leesville. Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'll be online from 1 to 2, or if you just need to meet via Zoom during the week or something, we can do that. But again, we'll have class on Tuesday evenings. There's my cell phone. Preferably, it's easier for you just to text me if you have a question or something. Email, I do check, but it doesn't push through as a notification or anything. All right, again, we're going to be using a Inspire again. So if you have the handheld one from last semester, it's the same calculator. If you have the online version, that subscription is good for a year, so you still be able to use it. And we are going to use my math lab, my stat lab, Pearson, whatever you want to call it again. It's nice if you come to class. We are not taking attendance for a grade. Here's the point breakdown from the class. Exam 1 and the final exam, the only two exams that you'll take in class with me, they have to be proctored. Exam 2 or 3 will not be. If for some reason you can't be in class to have that proctored, you can use Proctor U, Proctor on the campus, and that'll be during regular class time on a Tuesday night at 5:30. And I'm usually I'm usually there early for you guys. All right. And you can see the point breakdown for everything. Again, no late work. You need to have internet computer access to get this done. The weather gets a little crazy. We'll just deal with that as it comes along. And if you feel like you want to work ahead, you're more than welcome to. So homework, exam reviews can't be done after the exam starts. If you do, which with your class, I have it set so the reviews will close right when the exam is supposed to start. Okay. All right. But again, exam reviews are not meant to be done after the exam. I give you bonus points for it, but I need you to use that as a study tool. They're intended to be. All right. Again, bonus points for the exam reviews and for the course evaluation, which will pop up probably around mid-April. Makeup policy, it's going to be the same. If you miss something, your final exam grade will replace it with a 10% or 10-point late penalty. And I don't normally require documentation for that, but in case you end up missing several or more than one exam, it's always good to email me and all your instructors, your doctor's notes, or whatever it is that you need to send to us. Inclement weather. If school closes, I don't know about it at the exact same time you do. And if the weather's bad and you don't feel like, if you don't feel safe, I don't know how far away everybody lives from campus, we would always tell you to err on the side of caution and stay home. Um, Cheating, I know nobody's going to cheat. All right. Well, that's not true, but all right. So here's all the due dates. So for the first week, when we meet on Tuesday, we'll do 7.1 and 7.2, and so forth. And you can see exam 1 will be on February the 4th in the lab 261, which is upstairs, same as last semester. Pretty sure we're going to be in the same room as we were last semester. I think it was 226 or 228 is where the lecture is. All right. So school holiday on the week of March the 4th. That's Mardi Gras. Exam 2 is not proctored, so we won't actually meet on that day. Exam 3 is not proctored, so we won't meet on that day either. final exam will be Tuesday, May the 6th at 5:30. I'm usually there around 4:30. I'll let you guys know ahead of time. And so if you want to get there a little early and start, you can. But this is the order of everything. If for some reason I have to cancel class at 10:60, I don't generally rearrange the order of things because I do have all the videos on Moodle. And we'll look at that in a minute. ADA, if you have accommodations such as extended time or whatnot, you do need to get with disability services. This has to be done every semester. It's not like you get one letter and it's good for the whole entire time that you're at Northwestern. So get with them if you do have modifications. If you do have them coming, please let me know. You don't have to tell me what your disability is. I would just like to know if you have a letter coming. We can't give you those modifications until we get the letter, so they can't be retroactive. Meaning if you took exam one and then we get the letter, we can't go back and give you exam one again with, for instance, added time because we didn't get the letter until afterwards. Okay, so and it's always good to check with all your instructors to make sure that they did get that letter. Uh, Honesty, do your own work, don't cheat. If you feel like you're being sexually harassed in class or online, there's information here, or you can report it to any NSU faculty or staff member. Social media, you can read through that. Usually don't have problems in the classroom. Attendance. Mental health. If you feel like you're needing mental health services or you're just struggling, there's lots of information here. You can get with anybody and we can refer you to somebody. And there's a little, excuse me, a new section on AI that you can read about. Let's close all tabs. All right, so let's look at the course. All right, your online calculator, and I'm going to go over this. I think I might have one or two new people. If you decide to do the online version, it's $27.50 plus tax. It gives you 1 year access. It's really nice. And then from there, I have a link in here so you don't have to go and find the link to log in. You can just click on this. You do need to be in Chrome. You need to have the latest version of Chrome on your computer. If you're on a MacBook, you definitely need to download Chrome. You sign in. Open. I already signed in earlier. I don't know why I just did that. Create a new document's what I want. Okay. So this is what it looks like. And as we're in class, most of you should be familiar from last semester. Settings. This is in there that needs to be changed. So this is resetting to float 6 every time I use it on the online version. The handheld version, once you change it to float with no number, it stays. So this is actually very important, especially for this course. When we get to chapter 8, it will mess up your answers. It won't give you enough decimal places, so make sure you have this checked. Okay. Tutoring, if you feel like you need it. And again, I can always meet via Zoom if need be. All right, so week one before class, and didn't know this, found this out last semester from you guys, which was really good information. Up in room 261, where we test at, second floor if you're new. It's the opposite end where we're going to be having class. There's a big computer lab that you guys can print in. Right. So this is the same as 1020. You have these note guides you can print out and bring to class. And that's what you're going to take your notes on. Okay. And then if you miss class, I have the lecture videos, 7.1 and 7.2. I know it's YouTube, but that's where I store mine because I'm old. It's easier for me to store it there, but they're there if you need them. This week we covered 7.3, 7.4, 14.1. There's a note guide for chapter 14, chapter 7 from the week before if you already printed. Lecture video 7.3, 7.4, 14.1. It just uses the note guides that I already have in there for you. All right, your first exam is proctored, your first one. Chapter 8 is definitely not proctored, and it's still my lowest test score. So I will when we get there, I'll tell you. You need to make sure you go through that. exam review thoroughly a couple times before you take this exam. People are a little overconfident. No, you study for it. So everything's in order. Note guides, lecture videos, spring break week. We don't meet. Um, exam 3 is not proctored, so we won't actually meet this week, but you can take it early, just up to the due date. The due dates for this class, since we meet on Tuesday nights, our due dates are Monday evenings, with the exception of the 2 exams that we do in class. Those will be due the evening of the exam. The non-proctored exams, you'll actually have through the Monday to do it the week up. So this actually won't be due until April. I'll have to check my dates. Let me see. It's April 26th, which is a Saturday. Got my dates wrong? So this will actually be April the 28th. My dates are a little off in here. I'll have to double check. Um, it should be right on the sheet. I was checking your due dates in my math lab. All right. So anyway, so if you need to get to Pearson, this is where you're going to register for Pearson. Do not opt out. Okay. So it's going to go through the registration process. You need to do this. We're not going to do this in class just to save time, but after class is done on the first meeting, if you need help, we can get that done. Assignments are here. Now I'm really curious if this is the 28th. Oh, I haven't changed the dates in here yet. Guess what I'll be doing this weekend? I'll be changing the dates. So I don't have the dates changed in here yet. I'll get those changed to match what it is on the sheet. So everything's in order that we're going to do it. Again, you'll have a review for each exam. You'll have the time on the exams. Nobody ever takes the amount of time that's needed for these exams. I never had anybody get close to that amount of time. You can go to student gradebook. So after assignment's done, you can click on review and look at it. I do review exams and look for partial credit. After you've completed them, you can send me an email if you want, but I'm going to look at them either way. Oops, you don't want to see my Zoom. Okay, so you can go to Pearson course materials if you want to go into the course. Now for each week, I do have the assignments dropped in there. You can go this way. Okay. If you want. Okay, it says now past due. It'll open just the assignment, but you just won't have that toolbar on the left. Again, you always have the option. It'll open up once I change the date in there. You can always have the option to go into Pearson course materials, which I do like better because you have that full toolbar on the left or menu bar, whatever you want to call it, to look through things if you need them. Hey, I think we have everything. Again, my phone number is in the syllabus. Email me or text me if you have questions. I usually get quite a few questions the first week. And then usually around the first test, I have questions about things, even though I've gone over in class, which is not a big deal. Doesn't someone's going to ask a question that I've already gone over in class? That's what I'm here for. Grades are here, and that should be set up. I'll go in and get those dates changed for you before the class starts on Tuesday. But if you happen to get on this weekend, I'm going to go in there real quick. You can actually go ahead. I'll have it so you can start working ahead if you want to. All right. I think that's about it. And I guess I'll see most of you on Tuesday.